As long as I stand, Babylon lives.
All flames die, Ira, even yours.
Why fight? The dark always wins.
You are nothing. I am fire incarnate. I built worlds. Now I crush them. Run or rot. Makes no difference.
The storm was never gone, only waiting.
I am the end. You cannot stop me.
The stars hung low over Babylon, their cold light barely piercing the heavy mantle of night. In the shadowy corners of the grand palace, memories lingered like ghosts, unseen but ever present. The marble halls and towering columns, once alive with laughter and courtly voices, now echoed with silence. Babylon, even in its splendor, had always been a city of secrets, of unspoken sorrows, and none were deeper than those of Ninmagus. Years ago, when Babylon's walls were unscarred by war and the city basked in its golden age, a young prince walked its palace corridors with a heart full of ambition. His name was Nabu Iqbi, son of the king, destined for greatness. Yet despite the wealth and power surrounding him, an emptiness remained, a void that nothing could fill. Then he met her, Ninmagus. Her beauty was not the polished elegance of courtly ladies. It was raw, untamed, breathtaking. Her dark eyes held mysteries that unsettled him, that saw through the masks he wore, and in them he found what he had always sought.
Your heart beats like the drums of war, my love. But here, in this moment, there is only peace, only us.
And in your eyes, I see the reflection of a world where I am not a prince, but simply a man who loves a woman more than anything else.
They spoke of dreams, of fears, of futures where love would not be bound by rank or duty. Nabu Iqbi envisioned a time when he would rule, with Ninmagus as his queen, her wisdom guiding him. It was a dream that sustained them, a vision of love free from shadows. The royal family of Babylon was proud and powerful, a lineage that did not tolerate weakness or love that defied tradition. Whispers spread through the palace, carried by the tongues of courtiers who thrived on intrigue. Soon those whispers reached the ears of Nabu Iqbi's father, the king. The court, ever a place of manipulation, turned against him, and the weight of expectation became unbearable.
Nabu Iqbi, you are the future of this kingdom. Your choices must reflect the dignity and strength of our lineage. This dalliance with a servant girl must end. You have a duty to your people, to your family. Do not let your heart lead you astray.
Nabu Iqbi's heart clenched at his father's words, but he nodded. He knew his duty. the weight of the crown that would one day be his. But how could he turn away from the woman who had become his world?
Ninmagus, there is no easy way to say this, but we cannot be together. My father, my family, they had decreed it. They demand that I end this. I have no choice.
You have no choice, Nabu Iqbi. What of the promises we made? What of the love we share? Will you throw it all away because they command it?
I am the Prince of Babylon. My duty is to my people, to my family. I cannot defy them. You must understand.
Tears welled in Ninmagus' eyes, but she refused to let them fall.
So that is it? You would abandon me so easily for a crown and a throne? Is this what our love means to you?
It is not like that, Ninmagus. You must believe me. This is the hardest decision I have ever made, but I must do it for Babylon.
For Babylon, but what of me? What of the woman who loves you beyond reason? Do I mean nothing to you, Nabu Iqbi?
You mean everything to me. But I cannot be the man you need, not now. Not while I am bound by the chains of duty. I have to let you go.
Ninmagus stared at him, her heart shattering into 1,000 pieces. She wanted to scream, to beg him to stay, but she knew it was futile. The man she loved was already lost, claimed by the throne, by the expectations that had shackled him since birth. Ninmagus wandered through the streets of Babylon, her mind a storm of despair and anger. The city, once vibrant and full of life, now felt cold and unfamiliar. The people around her moved like shadows, their laughter and voices distant echoes in her mind. She felt lost, adrift in sorrow. The palace, once a place of joy, had become a prison of memories, each hallway a reminder of what she had lost.
What is left for me in this world? What purpose do I serve, now that the man I love has abandoned me?
The river seemed to call to her, its dark waters promising an end to the pain. She took a step closer to the edge, the weight of sorrow pulling her forward.
Do not throw your life away so easily.
A tall figure draped in dark robes stood before her, his face hidden beneath the shadow of his hood. But his eyes, bright, piercing, held knowledge that seemed to transcend time.
Who are you?
I am Namtaro, a wizard, a keeper of ancient knowledge. I have walked this earth for many years and have seen the pain that love can bring. But I have also seen the power that pain holds if one knows how to wield it.
Ninmagus stared at him, her heart still raw with sorrow.
What do you want from me?
I want to help you. I see potential in you, untapped power waiting to be realized. The pain you feel now can be transformed into strength if you are willing to learn.
What must I do?
Come with me. I will teach you the ancient ways, the magic that has been passed down through the ages. You will learn to harness your pain, to shape the world with it.
She looked at his outstretched hand, at the offer of a new path, a new purpose. Deep within, something stirred, something dark but powerful. She had been cast aside, left to wander like a lost soul, but now a different future awaited. Under Namtaru's tutelage, Ninmagus learned the ways of ancient magic she studied for years, mastering the dark arts, bending reality itself to her will. Her power grew beyond mortal comprehension, but so too did the wound in her heart. The love she once held for Nabu Iqbi twisted into something darker, something poisoned by betrayal. All that remained was the fire of vengeance. She waited for the right moment, and when the stars aligned, she struck. She found him in the throne room, seated upon the golden chair that had shattered her dreams. When he looked up and saw her, his eyes widened in shock.
Ninmagus, you've returned.
Did you think I would stay away forever? Did you think the pain you caused me would vanish like smoke on the wind?
Ninmagus, please, I never meant to hurt you. I did what I had to do for Babylon, for my people.
Your people, and what of me, Nabu Iqbi? What of the woman who loved you beyond reason? Did I mean nothing to you?
You meant everything to me, but I was a prince, bound by duty. I could not defy my family, my kingdom. You must understand.
I understand perfectly. You chose power over love, duty over your heart. And now, you will pay the price.
Sumeru, the court magician, stood before her, his hands raised in a gesture of peace.
Ninmagus, I cannot allow you to harm the king.
Step aside, Sumeru. This is not your fight.
But it is. As Babylon's protector, I cannot let you do this.
Banished, she fled into the night, her vengeance left incomplete, but hatred festered, waiting for the day she could return. She had sought vengeance against Nabu Iqbi, But in truth, she had been searching for the love she had lost, the love torn from her by fate. Ninmagus watched as war engulfed Babylon, as the might of Persia clashed with the city's defenders. Blood stained the streets, screams filled the air, and a twisted pleasure coursed through her veins. The suffering mirrored her own, the echoes of her torment now reflected in those who had cast her aside. But as the war dragged on, frustration gnawed at her. Twice the armies of Cyrus had been repelled. Twice Babylon had refused to fall, and each victory, led by the warrior Ira, was a dagger in her heart. If Cyrus could not destroy Babylon, then she would ensure that he did.
Ha 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 ha!